Hey guys, welcome back to another mock tutorial. It's been a while, I know, but today we're going to be looking at advanced Rockwork texturing and how to make it stay in place, because that is really difficult. Since my last video, I've created a lot more mocks using Rockwork and Greebling, and this one is a fine example, I think, of some of my best work so far. And I just wanted to show you guys how I achieve this look and how I get it to stay so I can do this and film it without it falling apart. Let's get into it. So basically the Rockwork is just attached on this interior build, which I will show you right now. We're going to be destroying some of this, so just be prepared. So one section that's really easy to pull off, you can see right here, these bricks are actually held in using the snot technique, the studs not on top. So if we pull it out, you can see they are held in by these pieces at the bottom that have a connecting piece to the back side of all of these pieces. Now you can see yellow on the inside. So this build is actually incredibly heavy for how small it is, because it is not at all hollow on the inside. It's quite sturdy, actually. I filled the entire inside with just building bricks of different colors to keep it all contained, because the problem you face if you don't do this is if you're pushing on these bricks, they might fall in and get stuck behind other bricks, so then you end up losing pieces in there. So this time I actually built it up all the way inside so that that won't happen, and so you can do more stuff where it will be a lot more sturdy. So one way to do rock work is you can attach a bunch of pieces like you're going to do it like this, and then use the stud snut on top technique to just attach them in. Now, of course, the other way I've been doing it is just by using these pieces here, where actually if you remove this, I've used a combo where, see, I'm just building straight up normally, and to create the kind of leveled out bottom area, I just do the stud snut on top technique right next to it, and then when I connect it, it ends up looking really smooth right here, and then I can build it out using these pieces. So around the whole mock, you can see a combination of these different building techniques. The best way that I can tell you how to do it is to have kind of a base where you have a lot of pieces that you can attach stuff to like this, and then you can kind of choose if you want to going up with the snot technique or just up normally. You can kind of pick and choose. Now the one thing that I would need to improve on for this, not the one thing, but the biggest issue, is the pieces that are closest to the exterior should still be the right color, because I expected to be able to cover up all the nooks and crannies, but you can see yellow here, yellow there. There are areas where the yellow peeks through and it just doesn't look good. So that's something that I still need to really work on. Now the last little thing for today is I got some of these boulder pieces in here, and I think that's a really nice inclusion for your rock work. It just looks really cool and it's a great piece. Now the way I actually did that is no connection at all. I just stuck it in between three other pieces and let it sit. Now the hardest part with Rockwork is as you're going, you might notice that your build starts to get smaller as you go up, and that's because we have a tendency as builders to go up like this, so then the top gets more narrow. Now the way to avoid that, I think the easiest way, is using the stud snut on top technique. This whole section here is the same, it doesn't curve at all. It's just straight up and down. And so it may not look quite as good like this, but that's one way to guarantee you're not going up. But then for the other method, you use pieces like this, which kind of reset your line and get it going up the same direction as it was before. So as you can see here, it kind of takes these pieces which are sloping up and can slope them back down, which makes the building so much easier. So as you can see, there is a ton of different ways to do rock work, and the way that you choose to do it is completely up to you. Now, the only way that we didn't do it in this video, which I think also works really well, is when you have a bottom layer of these pieces, you can actually put a plate so it creates a rock face for you, and then you can just put pieces on top of that. I'll probably do another tutorial once I have that figured out, but this is just kind of a raw look at this mock and just the styles that I used, and I think they work really well. So anyway, guys, that is how I did rock work for this mock, and it's really easy for you to do it too. There's just certain pieces you'll need, and the most helpful ones are going to be those rock building pieces, the pieces with studs facing outwards, and then just filler brick, which is basically just the larger building brick pieces that you can fill the interior of your mocks with to keep the parts from falling in behind, and it just makes the whole thing a lot sturdier. It does make things heavier, but that's all right. So anyway, thank you for watching this mock tutorial. Let me know if there's any other tutorial videos I should make. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.